What if Deku was the Human Torch Part 1? So, before we begin, I just want to say that this What If was actually suggested by one of you on my Discord server. If you want to, basically, if you want to give me What If suggestions, join my Discord server. And yeah, let's get into this. So, we start off in preschool. Deku is 4 years old. Okay, Bakugou is also 4. Now, Bakugou had unlocked his quirk, basically manifested his quirk. So, he just gotten cocky. Like, the teachers and the caretakers has praised Bakugou's quirk to the point where he has a lot of hubris, he's overconfident, he's cocky. That's pretty much what hubris means, but okay. So Deku, let's say Deku's just playing in the sandbox, right? That's when Bakugou and some of his goons come out to Deku and they start talking smack, they start talking crap. Basically saying how Deku is weak and everything, how he won't amount to anything. Basically just talking a bunch of crap. Okay, back to the story. Sorry I had to pause it. So, as I was saying, Bakugou and his goons start talking crap to Deku, basically how he won't amount to anything, that he's useless. Deku's trying to ignore them, but some of the stuff they're saying is getting to him. There's Bakugou talking crap, and let's just say, it's these 4-year-olds, their insults basically amount to, you stupid, no, you stupid, you're a dummy, yeah, basically just child insults, but that is getting to Deku. But when Bakugou says that, God, I don't think, I'm trying to think, should I have him kill him? I'm honestly thinking, should I have him nearly kill him, or on the brink of death type, messing him up? Let me think about it. Hold up. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have him kill him. I'm kidding. But yeah. So it really comes to a head when Bakugou says, "I bet your mommy is disappointed in you because you don't have a quirk and you're used to this." He basically just says it like that. He's a 4-year-old insults. 4 years old, bro. They don't know nothing. So, basically, that was kind of the icebreaker. Or, as some may say, the straw that broke the camel's back. As soon as Bakugou says that, they can start seeing, smoke coming off of Deku. And then they see a little bit of flame, and then his entire body is just covered in flames. And honestly, if you look at it looks like he's literally the surface of the sun. He was sitting down in the sandbox. He stands up, all the sand just turns to glass. I know that's not how you actually make glass. He just he makes molten sand and it just turns to glass because it's anime logic. Cause I'm pretty sure you can melt sand, but I don't think it actually turns into glass. I don't know. I gotta do research on that. I'm pretty sure they use some other type of sand, a certain type of sand that basically turns into glass. They melt that, but okay. Basically, it turns to glass, and then he's just stepping out of the sandbox, and every time he steps, just fire is just coming off his feet. Basically, when you have footprints in the snow, instead of it being snowy, it's completely hot outside, and also it's grass, so he's literally burning the grass as he steps. Bakugou and his goons are getting scared. Bakugou's goons start running away. Bakugou stand his ground because he think that Deku's weak and stuff. Yeah, he gonna learn pretty fast that ain't the case. So mm, let's just say there were some firefighters and they got a call saying there was a fire and they had to put out a burning body of a 4-year-old. I'm kidding, but let's be real. Basically, Deku just throws a fireball at Bakugou. Bakugou barely dodges, but since it's a 4-year-old, I said barely because he still got his clothes burned and he got some burns on him. Hold on. What is the burn? I think it's second. Yeah, he got like second-degree burns. So it's like some of his skin. Cause I don't know. I think if it's hot enough, your skin actually turn white. What has happened to me? I think it was just because I got burned by plastic. I remember molten like hot plastic fell on my leg, and there was just a white spot that wasn't even the plastic, and it just stayed there for the longest time until it eventually healed, and I just got a black mark on my leg. Like it was crazy, but it hurt like a truck. Backstory. So basically, the caretakers and everyone realized that Deku is a fire demon about to kill one of our students. So they do the rational thing. They call Inko and they get a thing of let's say there was like a couple of buckets. They just filled the buckets with water and just threw all the water on him at once. And I know this wouldn't happen like to the Human Torch. But since this is My Hero Academia, and he's 4, he's not gonna be that strong. So it does put him out, and he turns back to normal, and he just passes out. He wakes up in the nurse's office. Inko's there talking to the principal and everyone. And basically, they decide not to take any like disciplinary action against Deku because technically he wasn't in control, and they know Bakugou said something or did something to him because like they saw how Deku was literally gunning for Bakugou, like going straight for his neck, type gunning for this man. So they know he said something. So none of them really get in trouble because they have no proof or can't take any action on Bakugou because they didn't see or hear anything. And Deku doesn't get any action taken against him because, again, he's a 4-year-old who just has Quirk manifest. You can't really do the squat when it's literally like you don't have control of your Quirk. Like it just manifested. I always see that try to hold up in court, being like, "This boy manifested his Quirk, and not even a second later, he tries to kill my son." And they look at the security footage and they see he's clearly don't know what he's doing. Oh God, what is wrong with me? Okay, backstory. So they go to the Quirk doctor, and basically they determine that he does have a Quirk. Also, before we finish, before we continue, I want to say I am not like this is gonna be one of my what ifs where it's completely just My Hero, like completely. So there's not gonna be any Marvel references, nobody from Marvel, none of that. Just completely My Hero, completely like 99% My Hero, and that 1% is just Deku's Quirk. That's it. Also, oh come on. What did I say also for? Oh yeah. Also, I will be getting back to past what ifs, but I might make like I might redo them. So like let's say, for example, like Hulk, I'm gonna do like a redo what if series where a lot of stuff is gonna be gone. For like a lot of what if like Spider-Man, I'm gonna take a lot of stuff away. I'm just gonna remake it, redo it. Okay, I look back on it now. And to me, it's kind of iffy. But yeah, let's get back to the story. So they did some quirk tests and they realized that basically his temperature of his body alone is the temperature of the sun, like literally. And they realized that he can control fire. He also, his fire, like around his body, is kind of like a protective force. Also, they find out that he can actually draw heat from his surroundings and use that as like kind of like, let's say it's kind of like fuel. I don't want to say, like basically, cause I'm changing some things. I don't know what's happening actually in Marvel canon, but I'm gonna change some things. So Deku can run out of energy, and he needs heat to replenish that energy. So let's say it's a hot summer day, and he's just overly powerful. Let's say it's like 100-degree summer. He's just OP, right? But let's say it's like 25 degrees. It's wintertime. He's kind of weak because it's not really that much like heat. That's pretty much just cold, except for your body heat, never his body heat. Also, I don't know if Human Torch can do this in canon Marvel, but I want to make it so that let's just say, you know how humans generate body heat. What would happen if someone had the ability just to take it away? Yeah, you're probably gonna die. You're probably gonna die. You're probably gonna freeze to death because you're taking so much body heat from you. You're like, I don't know the specifics, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get hyperthermia. Like your body heat ain't gonna be enough, bro. I'm gonna look it up, talk about the next part, but yeah, let's see, bro. Jesus Christ, it's just epilogue. I haven't even gotten to the start of anime. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing no more. Okay, so we cut to the beginning of the anime, middle school. Yay! So Deku is currently. God dang it! Hold up, I gotta pause again. Bear with me, please. Okay, I'm back. So, as I was saying, we start off, like, basically we continue to the beginning of the anime. Deku is sitting in class paying attention to the teacher. And the teacher says that, okay, everyone, it's about to be in the class. You're about to go off to high school and stuff. So we're going to go over your career applications. Like, basically your career form, where you want to be when you become an actual adult. So, and the teacher just told paper and hair, being like, I know all y'all want to be heroes, so what's the point of this thing? And everyone's like going off, showing off their quirks, going crazy. Deck was just sitting down in class, just smiling. Let's say he's drawing. He's just doing some drawing. And then, and the teacher telling him, all right, settle down, settle down. So, for the high school applications, as you know, UA is taking applications. This is the beginning of the school year for UA. The UA entrance exams coming up in 10 months. So, we have, I can't, what the hell? Basically, we're saying, they say, there's actually 2 students in our class trying to go to UA. Bakugou hears 2, and like, he tries to go like off, being like, which one of you free? The teacher tell him, shut up, Bakugou, sit down, and let me finish talking. Bakugou sits down, he's pissed, because the teacher told him to shut the hell up, basically. So the teacher says, the students trying to go to UA are Bakugou and Izuku Midoriya. Bakugou hears Izuku Midoriya, and he starts going off, basically being like, how is that nerd ever going to get into UA? Only thing his ability, only thing his quirk is just fire. Like, that's useless. That's a villain quirk. And Deku asks Bakugou, what about Endeavor? Endeavor has fire. and he's a number two hero. And Bakugou said, "Endeavor's useful." Endeavor is actually useful. He's powerful. You weak. You're weaker than me. And Deku, not even paying no mind, he snaps his fingers, and Bakugou's shoes just light on fire. Like, and Bakugou's trying to put him on. He's running around like ah. And let's just say these were some good shoes. I don't know what type of shoes they want to make it, but let's say these were some good shoes that cost like $100-something. So they ruined. Teaching on the mechanics, because let's say Bakugou is kind of on they watch list, right? Basically, they don't like him in this series. Basically, they had it up to here with his antics. But yeah, back to the story. So, Bakugou is mad, is pissed because Deku just destroyed his shoes. Teacher tells everyone get out in the class, everyone get out of here, have a fun summer break. And Deku's packing up, leaving. And Bakugou comes to Deku's desk and slams his hand on the desk, being like, "You, me, outside now." And Deku look at him and he asks him, like, "What's going outside? What, you want to fight?" And Bakugou says, "Yes." Basically, he's pissed. And Deku looks at him, looks at his goons. And basically, you can tell that Bakugou is going to try to jump him, basically with all his people. So Deku basically not having it, like basically like, okay, but first he basically tells them go outside, and they go outside. Deku come down, and they're just in fight mode, like fight mode when you see fight mode. But yeah, Deku just snaps his fingers. And all of Bakugou's goons, like just like their shirts and like their shoes and stuff, just light on fire, like a little bit of their shirt. They rolling around in the mud and stuff. Deku just tells Bakugou that if we're gonna fight, it's gonna be a fair fight for me, like really unfair for you. So Bakugou charges at Deku, He's trying to get up close and blow him up, like point blank. Like he wants to kill him. Deku just dodges. And just, like basically he kind of transforms. Basically, like only his arm is on fire. So he just grabs Bakugou's hair and just slams his face to the ground. His hair's on fire, his hair burning away. Like his head's on fire. Like this man's running around trying to take his head off fire. There's another little fountain. He dumps his head in the water. Like pretty much his hair is gone. Like he pulled a Home Alone. And that thing gonna take like 10 months just to regrow. So Bakugou gets up and he charges at Deku again. He's actually trying to kill him or something. He's pissed. He's saying all kinds of stuff. But Deku just dodges. And then just like he flies in the air and just throws a fireball at Bakugou. He blasts Bakugou in the face. Not enough to set him on fire, but he just did like a little concussive blast. So it kind of blows up in his face and knocks him out. And Deku just flies away. He just goes. He gone. And let's just say like he lands and just start walking home. Right. He walking under the bridge and that's when he notices this, like, notices like some green goo is seeping from the sewer. He's like, what the heck? And then he sees the Sludge villain pop out of the manhole cover at him and basically saying, I'm on the run. I need your body. I need to hide. So he tries to attack Deku. Deku doesn't have any of this. Like he just transformed fully. He just flame on, but he doesn't say it. Like he just a walking thing of fire. And Sludge man like, oh no, like he know he messed up. So he tries to run. Deku just creates a wall of fire and like at the exit. Oh come on, man. So Deku not really having the whole where like the Sludge villain tried to technically kill him. So he just snaps his fingers and there's literally a box of fire around the Sludge villain, and it's slowly burning at him. He's in pain. He's screaming, "Please stop! Please, please! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!" Like he's just hurting, and you can see like he's turning to steam. He's begging for Deku to stop. Deku just stops. So like he's like literally like a small little thing of sludge. And Deku just flies away because he knows heroes are coming because he said like cops and stuff coming. He's saying like, "Oh, I'm on the run." So he knows he hears like, "Oh, cops or something are coming to handle this man." So Deku flies away, and All Might comes and sees that like the whole like tunnel is kind of scorched. And he wondering what happened. He looks at Sludgeville and sees Sludgeville, a little blob, crying in pain. And All Might asks him what happened, and basically saying, "Some kid just burned my body away. He tried to kill me." Yeah, But All Might's confused. He just takes the Sludgeville and throws him in the police station and turns him in. And then Deku gets home, and let's say this started training period. So basically, the 10 months he's just training, and let's say he thinking like he thinking he should go to the beach, like go to that beach, because no one's going to be there. Like no one ever goes there because it's just so bad. There's just that much trash and crap all over the beach. So no one goes over there, so he can just use his quirk as he will, and plus he can clean up the beach a little bit. So he's training at the beach like he's melting. So he's just seeing how high his temperature, like how high his flames can get and stuff. He's seeing how high he can fly. And basically just like he's seeing how long it takes for him to like exhaust his energy before he has to re-upload, like he has to redo with heat. He has to absorb more heat in the area. Yeah, he was training out of 10 months. He also is studying stuff, so when the UA entrance exam come up, he's ready. Also, who am I gonna like? I know I do this every single what if. I give Bakugou one for all, but I honestly don't know because I don't know how to give Mirio one for all. A lot of people, I know y'all being like, "What do you mean how to give this? Make Mirio stronger than he is?" But it's like, how well, so you want to make him like Kitty Pride? But the male version of that, like literally gonna make it so that he can literally like make other people like dematerialize and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Like so just gonna be like normal Bakugo has one for all. So everyone's walking into UA and they're getting ready for the entrance exam. Everyone sits down and takes the written portion. Deku finished the written portion in like 10 minutes, and it's a 30-minute timer. So he finished 20 minutes early. President Mike is surprised he finished early. He just tells him go in the waiting room and just wait for everyone to finish so I can start instruction on basically explaining the like how the practical portion of the exam is going to work. So they could wait for a solid 20 minutes for everyone to finish. And people are surprised because someone didn't even realize that he passed. Like, he basically just moves on that fast. So they're like, dang, how did he get here? So everyone's sitting down, President Mike's explaining how the exam's gonna work, talking about the robots being this robot is 1 pointer, this robot is 2 pointer, this robot 3 pointer, that big robot over there is 0 pointer, absolute 0 points. Do not attack it. It's not like it doesn't get you anything. Deku honestly just doesn't care. He just sees the challenge. He just wants to fight, but he sees the challenge. He's gonna challenge it. That's how it's gonna work. So Deku's getting ready for the practical portion, right? He notices Ochako is nervous. He goes walk over there. Ida tries to They just stop him. So he tries to grab his shoulder. Deku just lights some fire on his shoulder and just burns Ida's hand. And Ida's like, ow, what the heck? And he sees Deku walking. And Deku's talking to Choco. He notices that Choco's looking happier and stuff. And yeah, the practical starts. Everyone starts running. Deku flames on. And he just flying around destroying robots, melting them. And he's saving some people. Like, basically, someone's about to get hit by the robot. He just, he melts the robot's arm so it can't hit him. It can't hit the person, and they just get free points. Like, he's basically not taking their points. He's just, disabling the robot so they can still get points. And that's when the 0-pointer come in. Deku's thinking, I can take it. And then he realizes, he's thinking he'll just melt it into a giant thing of molten, metal. So, he waiting for everyone to leave the area. And when he notices Ochako is still in the area, so he basically flies over there, just gets rid of the rock. Let's say he just lifts it, and let's say he picks her up, and he can basically control whether or not he wants someone to get burned. Let's say he picks something up, he don't want it to get burned. It doesn't get burned. Let's say, for example, his clothes. He's not trying to be running around naked because he burned his clothes. No, he just doesn't let his clothes light on fire. He takes Ochako, sets her down, and he sends this giant fire beam at the robot. And at first he shoots right through it, right through the midsection, and it's just crumbling away. He's literally just falling apart, melting. And it's just a giant pool of melting metal. And yeah, that's the end of that. Thing ends, and Deku's in first place, and he's even in first place for the recommendations. Basically, they compare notes and sees that I forgot who was this person that was in first place technically did a little basically Deku did better than the person in first place on recommendations. So they see that Deku is strong and has very much has a lot of potential. But yeah, that's the end of this part of what a Deku was the Human Torch. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.